Hello everybody, welcome back to Jared Opens a Box here on Jared Takes the L, and if you can believe it, we are on the final episode of August already, which is crazy. This year really is going by so fast. But I have a great episode to end the month off here. We're taking a look at some new Transformers pops. I don't think we've had any on the channel this year so far as I can remember. The last ones we did were probably for the 40th anniversary last year. So yeah, we have 3 new ones here. I think these ones are honestly really, really cool. So I'm really glad that we got these. But let's go ahead and just get started with our first one here, which is none other than Hot Rod with Matrix. So this is really cool. They did make a Hot Rod pop it was one of the NFT pops, like the digital ones. So that was going to be nearly impossible to find unless you wanted to spend over $100 on eBay. So thankfully, Funko did make a common one for all of us who don't do those digital pop drops. This is Pop Retro Toys number 147. Of course, we do have the usual Transformers box. Of course, his box is red. I think they're still doing... Oh, never mind. They're not doing the different... the red and purple differentiation for them anymore. There's the back of the box. A little bit of a spoiler for the rest of them. And then there is the other side. So... Of course, this one is from the classic Transformers movie that came out in the 80s, which I used to watch all the time as a kid. Let's go ahead and open this up. And here he is, Hot Rod with Matrix. This one looks incredible. I think they did a really good job with the details on this one. They absolutely nailed, the head. I think they did a great job with that, like this helmet-looking part. They did a great job with that. Of course, he is supposed to be like a Cybertron race car, so he does have the details here. He has the different different aspects of that transformation there. And of course, the big focus of this figure is he is holding the Matrix of Leadership, which is something that he actually holds on the cover of the movie poster as well as in the movie itself when he opens the Matrix of Leadership and becomes Rodimus Prime. Now, we have actually done Rodimus before on the channel. There was a 2-pack with him and Galvatron that was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive a couple of years ago. So technically we have reviewed a Hot Rod pop before. But nonetheless, I think this one is cool because it's our first time that Funko has ever made a pop that is holding the Matrix of Leadership, which, by the way, is very well detailed, and they even include that little, the shining part right there that shows up after it's opened. But yeah, they did a great job with this. Again, they've already had a mold for Hot Rod, so it would have been kind of hard for them to screw this one up. But they still made this look incredible. And of course, he does have the Autobot symbol on his chest there as well. But yeah, this is a great figure. I'm so glad that we got one with the Matrix there. All right, our next figure here, our last normal-sized pop of the episode, we have Cyclonus, and this was a pretty interesting one. I never guessed that we were going to get a pop of Cyclonus here, but hey, I'm all for some of those lesser-known characters. This is Pop Retro Toys number 148. Cyclonus also was from the classic Transformers movie, basically Galvatron's right-hand man kind of thing. It was either Thundercracker or Skywarp. I can't remember which one exactly it was that was turned into Cyclonus by Unicron, but it was one of the two. But yeah, there is the side of the box, the back of the box, and the other side. Go ahead and open this one up and see how they did here. Oh, and this one has a base as well. I'm surprised. So there is that, the base right there. Now, the biggest complaint I remember with Galvatron's pop is that it wasn't purple because they actually based it on the classic toy, not from the movie. Cyclonus is the opposite. They actually based this one on the movie, which is why it's pretty much all purple. Or at least I believe they did. It looks very, very similar to his appearance in the movie. The one thing that I would have said that would have made this figure even better if it had red eyes. I think the blue eyes are a little weird on this one. I don't know what it is with Funko and the wrong color eyes this year, but that's been a thing. And based on a couple of other figures I have coming up, it's going to continue being a thing. But, it's really not that big of a deal in the long run. They gave him this part. I don't even know what to call it, but they did they did that part well, I guess. The head looks great. They also have I think they actually did a really, really good job with the overall figure. He does have a blaster right here, Decepticon logo on his chest right there. He does transform into some kind of, I think it's a jet of some kind, so that would make sense given all of the stuff that's on him here. He doesn't have another hand. I don't know. Oh, I guess he doesn't have a hand here either. Wait, how is he holding the gun? Oh, maybe that is his hand. That just looks really weird. Those didn't look like hands at first, but I guess they are. But yeah, this one came out looking really, really good. I think they did a good job with this one. I like seeing these Transformers that may not have been as popular, but they're still getting something. There are rumors, of course, of another classic Transformers wave possibly coming next year. And if that one does come true, there's going to be a lot of really cool ones in there as well. But I am really glad to see Cyclonus here. All right, and moving on to our last one here. This one is a 6-inch Super Pop. And this one's honestly really cool. Might be a contender for Pop of the Year, to be honest. We have Omega Supreme. So other than this sounding like something you would get from Taco Bell, this actually does look like a really, really cool pop. I knew of Omega Supreme's existence. Obviously, he was in the Generation 1 cartoons. I don't really remember if he was in the movie, I'll be honest. I don't really remember. I do know that he basically transforms into this big ship that the Autobots use to travel. Maybe he was the one that they were on when the Decepticons attacked in the movie, but I really don't remember for sure. But nonetheless, this is Pop Retro Toys number 149, which, yes, that does mean we actually just went in order again, so we've been, that's not bad, right? But there is the side of the box, back of the box, and the other side. Let's go ahead and open this one up. I'm really excited for this one. Boy, it is definitely one of the bigger ones here. So here is Omega Supreme. This one looks incredible. First off, I have to give massive props to this like helmet or whatever, this mask thing. I think Funko did a great job with that. Thankfully, they made it translucent. I feel like that would have been kind of pointless, you know, if they didn't, because then you wouldn't have even been able to see the eyes or anything. So thankfully they did get that part down pretty good. It looks like an astronaut helmet, which I'm sure is probably the point. Then he has this part right here in the back. I don't really know what exactly this is, but it's accurate. I mean, I actually did take a look at some of the classic toys and stuff and his appearance in the cartoons, and it was there. So, I mean, they got that part down. He does have what appears to be a blaster right here. In the other one, he has, I thought maybe, I don't know if this is a separate weapon or if this is like fire coming out of the cannon. I don't really know. I wasn't 100% sure what that was supposed to represent. But I do think they did a good job. He is, of course, an Autobot. There are a couple of different Autobot symbols on his chest, but it's kind of hard to see because it blends in with the colors. And then, of course, the back also very well detailed there as well. Yeah, they did a great job with this, honestly. This is a really, really very detailed pop of Omega Supreme. I think that this is probably one of the best Transformers pops they've ever made. And probably one of the, I think it's probably the second biggest one they've ever made. Of course, Unicron would have been the biggest when that was San Diego a couple of years ago. But this one's got to be up there for sure. But yeah, really, really awesome pop. This is a great Transformers wave. I really have no issues with this. I know there were some people, again, that had the issue with the blue eyes on Cyclonus. Whatever it is what it is. I'm not really that bothered. I just pointed it out. Another 10 out of 10, honestly. This is a fantastic wave. I think they are all very well detailed, very accurate. I have no complaints, really. I really don't. I don't really complain that much on here anyways, but I don't have any complaints for this episode. But I'll go through them one more time and let me know down below which is your favorite. We have Hot Rod with Matrix. We have Cyclonus. And we have Omega Supreme. This one probably my favorite, but I'd love to hear what your guys' favorites are as well. And when we come back next week, kicking off the month of September, you guessed it, another Pokemon video. Hey, at least I'm trying to stay caught up, but yes, Pokemon returning once again to Jared Opens a Box next week. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.